Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Hooked on You. Had a tremendous response to the first video, and well, hell, I'm here to jump right back into it. I'm quite enjoying it. But anyway, guys, let's jump right back into where we left off. We were at the pool having some fun with our various killers. So, who are we gonna pick for this run? Well, let's keep going and find out. Alarm saying you're up, and let's go. Alright. And for those of you who subscribe to the channel based on that last video, welcome, welcome. I've got plenty of content to offer. Please enjoy. Alrighty. Notice this game takes a bit longer to load for some reason. Never had a, there we go. Alright. There we go. Never had a VN take so long to load. This is running on an SSD too. Alright, here we go. That was pretty good, Nary. No, it wasn't. Don't lie. Just ignore him. You just been thrown into a very weird situation. You just been thrown into a very weird situation, and you held your own. I respect that. That was a good game. I say we celebrate. Oh God, by throwing this waiter whose name I forgot into the pool. Have some fun. I'm gonna get killed if I defend Dwight. I'm gonna die. Knock it off, Trapper. You're no fun. Thank you, Nary. I won't forget this. Well, I mean, I might. Every time I think too deeply, I seem to forget every specific detail in my life beyond the basics of who I am as a person. But that was still cool of you to stick up for me. I'm no expert, even though as an omnipotent narrator I probably should be, but I think that means it's time for the next activity. Uh-oh. Seems like the next activity is meal time? How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh, and great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Oh Lord. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. And to start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him, expected sir? Expected stir? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds, of killers. And my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Nary. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. You got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends of their enormous sexy arms. Sit at the ends of their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal is prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. Is it KFC? Are we eating KFC? My favorite! Meat is good. Meat is murder! Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat! Alright. Hey, Nary, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a personal net spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we literally do everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am with my broadaxe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obviously. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please! I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Neri, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. Dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up, dinner? Splendid idea! We'd hate for it to get cold! He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of two parts, so, okay. On top and bottom target, you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while the target over the target to win. Okay, and you will lose. Achieve perfect success, land on the target. Let's do it, guys. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? We're ready. Let's go. Ready. Away we go! Slice! Nice. Perfect. 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 Ah! You missed completely. Ah, damn. Too early. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. The spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash the stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Neri. Number two is... no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating, and they don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seal. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible! Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Neri. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to narrator. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. The starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were? Alright. Am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it to this Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some that I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Okay. You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. I don't care if the seagull actually waved at you, but I understand the feeling of looking at you from so far away and wanting to reach out. But, did it wave at you? No. I made it up. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. Uh-oh. How do I say this? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burn makes Wraith look away, far away, eyes brimming with tears and yet at the same time, dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh great, I bet he's got crabs. It's about my special bell. Oh, what? The Wraith spell. It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell? Sound the alarms, what are you gonna do with this thing? Held the bell delicately. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty... Is that dried blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of it is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary! And attend each event as scheduled! Playing sick for the cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities! That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late! Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses! Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody name names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Neri, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Let's go with Wraith. I'm really leaning towards Wraith. I think my next run will be Spirit, and then Trapper, and then Huntress. Guy, girl, guy, girl. Sounds good. I choose you, Wraith! Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death, and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with the clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off. Into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "Well, what did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients can be money and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends, or actually, you do." "No," the young man whispered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the older man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss in its sniveling, crying, wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther piercing the skin. Empty as he wheezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to its spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. Doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... Not for effusive praise. Yeah, I'd say so. He killed an evil fucker. Doesn't make up for the shit that he was doing, but at least it's a start. Whew. Oh man. Damn it! When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. My god, that is brilliant. I'm glad you didn't give us any Shakespeare, because that story made Shakespeare look like a slack-jawed, mouth-breathing idiot. Thank you. I'm too overcome. As you sit down, the other killers look at each other, unsure if you're joking. Thanks. Wraith, on the other hand, is absolutely sure you're joking. You may have gone a little overboard. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts all of 7 seconds before Trickster shows up, and he's blaring his latest song. "Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join ya?" He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on the island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines, and no one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression because I guess that's not really my thing. I know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, look, when the others aren't around. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Oh man, that was wild. Alrighty. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been another episode of Hooked on You. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!